and this is going to be attached onto each of the feelers. And the whole point of the feeler script is to report to its parent if something hits or exits, or collides with or exits this trigger. So we can delete this stuff. Public game object or gem. Okay, and so this is going to be the gem that owns these feelers, and then we're going to have void on trigger enter collider C, void on trigger exit. So now we're going to say owner dot. Oh yeah, so now we're going to go to gem, and we're going to go ahead and say public void add neighbor gem G. Neighbors dot add G. And back here dot add neighbor C dot get component gem. And we're only going to do this if this is tagged gem. So if c.tag equals gem, and we want to do this, and this will prevent us from hitting other feelers and then adding them to or trying to add them to our list. And then instead of adding, we want to remove. So then we want to say neighbor and then we want to remove the neighbor if the gem somehow is no longer colliding with it, like if it fell through the trigger, the feeler, or if it got matched and is now gone. So we want to do the same thing. And then each one of these should now have an owner field. So select them all, drag your gem, and then drop it into it. And so that way you have all of them selected. And then now we want to also drag this prefab back to it. And then we can turn it off. And now if we make our board, each one of these gems should also have a list of their neighbors, which they don't. Let's go ahead and add a rigid body to this. There we go. So now each gem has all the neighbors, and they're all accurate. If you look, this bottom one should only have 2. And you see these things that are poking out of it into nowhere, and this would be one of his neighbors. This one below him, and then this one to the right of him. Alright, so cool. All of our gems have neighbors. Let's also go ahead and create our borders for our match 3 game. Let's drag this. This is just going to be the frame that the match 3 sits in. And then we're going to go ahead and add a directional light so that we can see everything. And now if you click, you can see that everything is in there. If you remember when I made the rigid body, I turned off the gravity, so if you turn it back on, So yeah, they all kind of like shift and they're gonna all fall. So the way to fix that is go to constraints, and we're gonna freeze all of our rotations, and we're also going to freeze our Z positions and our X positions. Now we want to add a physics material to this object. So we're going to go ahead and import the physics materials that Unity gives you already. And the only one we really want is just Bouncy. So let's go ahead and import that. So now we have this Bouncy physics material, and we're going to add this to our box collider. Now if you click it, it's a little bouncy. If you drag, so now they do a little bounce.